guys, today I'm going to be showing you some summer looks for any animal, but first we're going to be doing the Arctic wolf, and then we're going to be going down to any other animal I choose. So let's get started. Okay, so here's the first look, and stuff I used for it was this white color right here. Then I used the dark gray, it's right there. And I used light gray squiggles, and you could do swirls, squiggles, you could do splotches, or fire, or electric. But I think the best kind of look is splotches. And this is kind of like a non-rare look, and like if you don't have any spikes, then you can just leave it like this. But if you actually have a spike, you can put the silver spike on. So I used white scullies, some rare bow and arrows, and some white sunglasses. You can always switch things around, like you can have different colors of any of these items. So here's the next look. It's kind of like a rare look, I guess. I don't know. Nope. No. You could either use a pink baseball cap, white shutter shades, or white headphones, or pink gazelle horns. But you have to use a silver spike and pink, what are they called? Leg armor. So yeah. So here's the next look, and I meant to put down flames. So it's kind of like a non-rare look. If you like don't really have a spike, you can use a silver or golden chain necklace, and you can use a flag, a baseball cap, and some cool shoes. And this is a guy look, but you could use it as a girl's look if you want. Either way is fine. So here's the next look. It's for a fox. But you could use it for any animal, but just to me, foxes look the best in it. It is a silver spike collar, some white and blue sunglasses, these rare bow and arrows, and these scullies. But you can change the sunglasses to either a halo, which is really cute. You could change it to, where is it? Well, you can change it to a top hat, which is super cute. A DJ headset, a crown. You could do it to, I gotta actually find it first. Or these white gazelle horns. Any one is actually fun. Here's the next look. It's kind of like a girly look, but it's still super cute for the summertime. And you could always swap the halo out to either a pink crown or a white DJ headset. And you could swap out the leg armor to a flower bracelet or some pink elf bracelets or a silver ring. So here's the next look. It's kind of like if you really love blue and it's still summery and you have to use a blue top hat, and it doesn't really matter which one. You can use this one or this one. If it's just me, this one looks way better because like the colors in it. And you can, with elf tail armor, you could use Scully's or this one or that one. And the elf bracelets, you could use, instead of that, you could always use some cool shoes or those leg armor. But yeah. And then the spike, you could change it to any other color that you might have that will look good. So the next look is with a wolf, and you could, like the color was brown, white, and then white spots, like those spots. And you could do the white flag, and you can always change out the white flag to either those bow and arrows, these samurai swords, or this color flag. But the white one to me looks a lot better. You could also use, instead of this black flower crown, you can use a white one. You could use a DJ headset if you want. Shutter shades, or white gazelle horns, or a baseball cap. anyone is fine. You could even use head flower if you want that. And then the leg armor you could change to being red, or you could do it like an anklet or those. Anyone is cute. One again is not really like if you're not really that rare, you could use this look. It's rare bow and arrows, a black baseball cap, and some red elf bracelets. And you could always add a tail armor like Scully's or this red elf tail or a red flower tail. And you could always swap around with items, so it could be blue bows and a white baseball cap. Anyone is actually okay, but you could also switch this to be, a guy look, but you could just like add something on its neck, maybe like a spike collar. But mostly this is a girl look. Okay, so here we have a guy look, and this is like if you're like rare, and you could use a silver spike, a white shutter shades, a black flag, and some green elf bracelets. So if you like don't have a silver spike at all, you could always switch out to like a golden spike or something like that, and you could do it yellow, and with the brown elf bracelets. So that's another look for a guy too. If you don't have the silver spike, you could always use the yellow gold slots. Okay, so the next one we're doing is Otter, and this look is like if you're not even rare whatsoever. Like you just started Animal Jam, you just became a member, and you're not even that rare. So the items you could use is a backpack, like a black one. You could use a white ribbon scarf or a black one, and your eyes are gonna be blue. And you could either use a white DJ headset or a black one, or some shutter shades, or a flower crown, or a halo. Anyone is absolutely adorable. So this next one's kind of like a rare girly look, and if you really like the color pink, then you could use this look. But it could also be used if you actually like the color. If you like the color blue, you can do it blue, like this. Like you could do it blue. But anyone is okay, and if you're not really that rare at all, then you could use a pink ribbon scarf, or if you like the blue one, you could use this one, like that. Or you could use an opal necklace. Anyone's fine. This look is a boy look, and it's kind of like a non-rare look, but still you don't have to really use a chain necklace. You could always use a golden spike or a silver spike, but yeah, you could always switch out the pirate sword to be a backpack, or a flag, or a red flag, or some type of jersey maybe, or a war. Anyone is actually a-okay. So here I have the Arctic Fox. It's the next thing I'm going to be doing, and this is like a really rare look if you are it's kind of like a tomboy look to me. It looks like a tomboy look, but you could always switch it out to, instead of a halo, some sunglasses, or a DJ headset, or a crown. But then you're supposed to use some silver dots, like any one of these colors is okay. And then you can either use a silver ring, black spike wrist, or some elf bracelets, or maybe even some of these. But yeah, this look is kind of like a non-rare look. If you really don't have a spike at all, you could just use a white ribbon scarf, but you could also use like an opal necklace. They're both pretty. You could either use a Jabal scarf, but it's a girl look, and you can also change it to a guy look if you want. I don't know. But if you actually change it to a guy look, then it should probably look like that, maybe. But usually, I wear this look sometimes, and usually, I'm like a girl and I wear it. So yeah. So here's another guy look. It's Arctic Fox, and you could use these black gazelle horns, a silver spike, white dragon wings, and a blue elf tail. And it's kind of like, if you like role playing a lot and you want to role play as a dragon, you can always use this look. But you could use splotches, and they could be white. There, that's the perfect look if you like doing dragon role plays and you're a guy. There's a good look for it. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you get some ideas off of this video that you might want to do for a summer look, because summer is like, it's not quite here, but it's pretty here. So hope you get ideas off of this video. Like, subscribe, and comment, and make sure you leave a comment on what should be the next video I make. Bye!